As ever, this meeting of the council is being recorded. All participants should be aware that anything said during the meeting will be in the public domain. By taking part in this meeting, you consent to the use of your personal data for the purpose of this meeting and to it being recorded. Thank you. Up to you, Madam Chairman.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see so many of you. Bear with me. If I make a mistake, you'll just, help me along, won't you? So go on. Nice to see you. First and foremost, anyone who wants to take their jackets off, feel free. I think in here at the moment, it's quite a nice temperature. That we're just proving that all the alterations have been worth the money. So it's quite comfortable. But please feel free if you wish to. Item 1, do we have any priority business, Mr. Hayward?
Madam Chairman, I can confirm there's no priority business this evening.
Thank you. Item 2, the minutes of the meeting of the council held on the 28th of June 2022 are before you tonight at page 1 of your pack. Is it your wish that I confirm and sign the minutes of the council held on the 28th of June 2022? Item 3, are there any apologies, Mr. Hayward?
Yes, Madam Chairman, I have apologies from Councillors Hewitt, Davis, Kinsey, Merrick and Mrs Wendy Sutton and Mrs V Jackson.
Sorry, Councillor Fisher. Okay. Right. Item 4, declarations of interest. Do we have any declarations of interest this evening? No declarations. Thank you. Questions under council procedure rule 11.4. Can I pass to Mr. Hayward?
There are none, Madam Chairman.
Item 6. We now turn to page 3, to the report of the Cabinet Member for Planning and Business Enterprise. Can I call on Councillor Mason to present the report of the Integrated Performance Management?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Good evening, members. I'd like to think that this is one of the easiest reports that you've ever had to read or make a decision on. I'll start at 1.1. The Environment Act 2021, which received royal assent on the 9th of November, has really brought into sharp relief matters regarding environmental governance, air quality, water, nature and biodiversity. And obviously, as we as the council declared our own climate emergency, and in our local plan, we are including measures to try and improve diversity and recognise all these issues. I think this is something that we can no longer leave in the hands of another authority. At the present moment, we rely on Staffordshire County Council's Ecological Service to buy in all the necessary expertise, and that is costing us £55 an hour. And that, by and large, has cost us £8,000 in the last financial year. I can only see that increasing and increasing and increasing as these items become much more a requirement of every single planning application that comes in. Appendix 1, we've set out 3 options. We upskill our planners to a degree, and we continue to rely on Staffordshire County Council support. That's an issue at £55 an hour because they've got no great desire to provide a shared service to us, which would make more economic sense. They are willing to increase the scale of what they can offer and continue to charge us £55 an hour. But with the increased requirement, especially with things like West Midlands Interchange coming online, and the fact that we have specific performance targets built into that, and it is an area we are trying to develop further. We can't afford to be reliant on such an important part of our function on somebody who's working on an hourly basis and really whose performance we're totally reliant on. The second option is to employ our own senior ecologist. And I'm going to put it like this: be in control of our own destiny. At the moment, a lot of local authorities don't seem to have woken up to this very important factor. And I think it's very, very important that we get in now and get our own appointments and in place before everybody wakes up and the market becomes impossible to actually fulfill what we need. The cost to us is going to be £48,000. We've obviously be saving £8,000 that we're paying currently, possibly even more in the future. And we also get a government grant of £10,000 per annum, which is an ecological burdens grant. Now, that has been given to every local authority, but obviously it doesn't recognise the ongoing burden of a small authority like us that doesn't have its own facilities. So realistically, this report is coming asking for your authority to increase the budget that we require by that missing £30,000 at the moment. I personally don't think we have any other option because the cost is going to go astronomical, and fighting for that service is going to be more difficult as it goes along. The third option which we sought was to go into a shared service arrangement, which we've done on several other things, obviously the legals and various other things. But again, a shared service arrangement, if we're going to be in control of our own destiny, it needs to be us that's operating the shared service arrangement, not somebody else. And quite frankly, at the moment, it doesn't appear to be high enough up in other authorities' minds that they can see the benefit of entering a shared service agreement at the moment. It may be in the future, when we have our own ecologist, we can actually do what Staffordshire County Council are doing at the moment and actually sell out that service to again mitigate some of our costs. And it may be that we replicate what Staffordshire County Council are doing at the moment, and we build it up to a scale where we can actually offer that as a service in the same way as we do some of our legal services. That really puts it in a nutshell. And if you look at 2.1, my recommendation is, my proposal is that it is recommended that the council agree to make a budget adjustment of £30,000 to deliver the ecology officer post.
Do we have a seconder for that proposal?
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chairman. Yes, I'd like to second that recommendation and reserve my right to speak.
Does anyone else wish to speak? Sorry, are there any questions first? Any questions? No, sorry.
Just a very quick one. £30,000 isn't a great deal of money. It's taxpayers' money, isn't it, that we are spending? Is it possible to recoup this additional cost by increasing the we pay the applicants pay to us through the planning application system, in particular major applications, which are more likely to cause more ecological damage than the minor ones? Just a thought.
Councillor Mason, do you wish to reply?
Thank you, Councillor Lawrence. The simple answer is no. They're nationally set limits on how everything is set like that. But, however, the one aspect it would give us is, as in the case of West Midlands Interchange, we are agreeing with them certain performance targets, and in exchange for those performance targets, we are charging them extra fees. If we are happy that we have those performance limits within our own control and with our own grasp, then I am sure there will be other major applications where they would like to see their application go through the planning process in a much quicker way than might otherwise be the case. So in that case, yes, we would hope to be able to recover certain of those additional costs.
Are there any other questions? Sorry, do you just wish to speak?
I do wish to speak. I will ask a question. Really to back up what Councillor Mason is saying, because I read in the report, sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat. I read in the report that we could offer our services to other authorities. So in a roundabout way, a question, those other authorities presently use Sue Lawley at the County Council. So will we be in competition with the County Council's ecologist, or will it be open marketplace where those authorities can use our officers?
Councillor Mason, do you wish to answer?
I think the easy answer is we're not actually at the present moment seeking to go into competition with anybody. We're seeking to safeguard our own position and our own future going forward. If at some stage later somebody wishes to use our services, then it's up to them to come forward. It's certainly at this stage something we'd rather get our own house in order first.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you wish to continue?
To speak,
Yes.
I'll ask my question.
Yes.
Firstly, can I say I welcome this appointment? Sorry, I'll turn the mic towards me. I welcome this appointment.
We've got to have questions
Okay,
first. Are there any more questions? Councillor Bond.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I was interested to know what the market situation is for trained ecologists. Are there many of them about? And is the situation likely to change in the near future? If there's a scarcity of trained ecologists, should we be striking now while the iron's hot, or wait until there are more on the market? But that was just a question.
Do you wish to speak, Councillor Mason?
I think it's been whispered from one direction they're like hen's teeth, from a second direction that there's going to be a hell of a requirement to train up a lot of people in the field, and if we want to get somebody who knows what they're doing, strike while the iron is hot.
Thank you. Councillor Steele.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. My question is, would this service be available to, let's say, parish councils as well to buy in buy into the service? For instance, we've got an area in Essington that we want to apply for LNR status. We need ecology reports on a regular basis.
Councillor Steele, you're talking money, you're talking my type of thing. I think the council is willing to provide any sort of service to anyone at the right price.
I thought you might approve.
Does anyone else wish to speak? Is that all of the questions?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chairman. Yes, I would wish to speak and welcome this appointment. The reason I welcome the appointment, in government legislation now, we've got to provide 10% net gain on all biodiversity. Now, I've come across this at the inquiries for the M6, M54 toll road and the West Midlands interchange. It's ongoing now. And I feel if we've got an officer in-house, this will benefit this authority rather than have to go to the county for advice. Because sometimes the county has a split situation, really, vested interests, I feel. So it's important we have our own officer. As I said, I went to the major inquiries, but I think we're also going to get a lot more inquiries for battery farms, solar farms, all within our green belt. Now, this is going to affect the wildlife in those areas. So again, I welcome this. The other thing that I've always been frustrated with planning is, and the planning officers will know this, whenever we refer anything to Natural England, 9 times out of 10, they don't visit the site. They get our officers, planning officers, to fill in the matrix, tick certain boxes, and I've never been happy with that because some of our planning officers do not have expertise in ecology. So again, this is another reason why I welcome this, and I think it's a good move by this authority. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Does anyone else wish to speak? No? Councillor Mason, do you wish to wind up?
I would hope it's not necessary, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. Is it your wish that the recommendation is carried? Those in favour, can I have a show of hands, please? Yeah, it's a unanimous. The motion is carried. Thank you. I now declare that the meeting is closed. Quick.